Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is teaching kids about success. And you need to be careful when you think about teaching kids about success. I'm going to cover a lot of the different reasons why you need to be careful on today's show. Also give you some ideas about how to go about it. Usually when you talk about teaching kids about success, you're thinking of your own kids, and usually you know your own kids as well as anyone, so you really have to use what you know when teaching your kids about success, about them, about how far to go, how to teach it, how to teach about consequences and failure and never giving up and things like that. So it's not exactly the same as when you're working with an adult. It's not the same as me working with adults and business owners and things like that, and you learning about success from listening to this podcast or this show or other things. You've really got to consider your audience and consider the differences between what success might mean to you and what it might mean to children. And the truth is, at the end of the day, you might decide that you shouldn't teach your children about success yet, but even if you decide not to, they can still learn from you while you're working towards more success, and you might want to include them in that as a way of helping them understand how you work through and work towards success. So be careful. Don't force your personal success path onto children. That's not to say that you can't teach them and use your success path as a tool or as an example and that helps them understand, but don't force what success means to you onto your children, because all children are different, and success might mean something completely different to them when they're grown up or when they are your age than it does to you. You need to teach them a proven system and help them learn how to use it. Now, you can teach children a proven system without worrying about a lot of the other things. They don't have to necessarily use it or use it for anything big, but the earlier you teach them how to use the system, the more they can learn about it and possibly use it when they need to achieve something important. Now, of course, I recommend the system I teach, the Success Goal System, and I'll go over it quickly here and how I go about if I'm trying to introduce a child to it. Help them develop a vision. Most children don't think in terms of a vision. They might daydream, they might read books and fantasize, but this is not the same as a vision. As you probably know, when you form a success vision, it's about where you want to go or where you want to be as you're working towards success. So you might need to help them understand what a vision is. You might ask them what they envision when they get out of school, what they're going to do for a living, what they want to be when they grow up, things like that. Help them understand what a vision is and the importance of forming a solid vision when they're working towards success. And then help them understand how to transition from a vision to setting a goal and what the differences are between a vision and a goal. First they get the vision, and then the goal is how to get there, which leads into developing a plan. Help them understand that they can develop a plan and how they can develop a plan to reach their vision and their goal. How they can find other people that have achieved the same thing, learn how they did it, and copy what others have done, and help them understand how you develop a plan when you're working towards more success. Then teach them about the importance of taking action and working the plan and working on the plan consistently, taking action every day. This is one of the most important things that they can learn from you, and teaching them about success and working towards success is that they need to make consistent action, and this will pay great dividends for them in every area of their life moving forward once they understand that taking consistent action is a big part of achieving anything important in life. And then teach them that it's okay to do the next step, which is evaluate and adjust, because most things aren't accomplished in a straight path. You'll try things, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work, and children need to understand that sometimes things aren't going to work out, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that they're failing or they're a failure. It just means that they need to evaluate and adjust their plan and try again. Teach them the value of hard work. That goes back to the action on a consistent basis, but also teach them the value of working smart, because there's a lot of people that are very hard working that don't have a lot of success. Go back over the success system that you're teaching them and explain how developing a smart plan is working smart so they don't have to work as hard. Hard work's important, but smart work is also important. Start small and simple. If they actually want to try to use the success goal system, help them get an easy win. Help them set a goal of something that they are going to be able to accomplish. Help them develop their vision, set an easy goal, develop a plan, and then follow through with them to make sure that they're taking consistent action on their plan. And this way, it shows them that the system works, and then they can keep using it for larger and larger things. Set a good example. If you're not setting a good example on your success goal system and working towards your success, then you're not going to be able to help the children as much. Children copy adults, so make sure you're setting a good example. And even if the only thing you decide to do is go over how the success goal system works with them and then just set an example, they can learn a lot just from watching you. Once they understand how the system works, you can include them and show them how you're using the system so that they can use it the same way in the future. Teach them that they get to define success for themselves when they're adults. You need to be careful about this because as they're growing, they don't always know what the best definition of success is, and you do want to help them. They need to learn the things in school that they need to learn. They need to learn other things. So you need to make sure that they understand that when they are older and mature, they get to define their own success, but right now you're helping them. You need to help them understand that the journey towards success is rewarding, but don't make success too important, because if you put too much stress on success instead of the journey, they can become disenchanted or upset. Recognize that success isn't the same for you and for them. I know I've already mentioned that once, but this is so important. Both of my children are different, and they have different success goals in life than I do, and that's fine. But it took me a long time to recognize this, that just because it's successful to me does not mean it's going to be successful to them. It's a fine line between teaching consequences and minimizing or trivializing failure. Children do need to understand that there are consequences of failure, but it doesn't need to be too much. They don't need to fear failure too much when they're working towards success. But they can't completely trivialize failure either, and it's a very fine line. It's okay to shoot high for goals, shoot for high visions and high goals and fail, but you also need to instill in them the never quit attitude, because that's important also. Like I've said many times, this is a fine line, and this is why you need to make sure you think teaching kids about success completely through before you get started. The truth is, it's full of danger and possible problems. You need to make sure they're prepared. And there's no shame or problem if they're not prepared yet. Once again, you can simply introduce the system to them, and you can just teach them by example. You don't need to push them to set their own vision or their own goals or work their own system. You can introduce it to them, explain how you're using it. They'll value the fact that you're including them in it so that they feel a part, and you can use that as a teaching moment by them being included in what you're trying to do to achieve your own success. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-Success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.